Cheryl Coward of Hoop Feed. You battled Oregon State very well. It's very young squads. I mean, there were 6 freshmen on the floor at one point, 2 high schoolers. Very interesting. But you had several close games, including this one over the season. What can you take from that, playing teams close, even though, your record doesn't really reflect that into next season?
Yeah, I think we got a lot better, right? We weren't really ready for what, we weren't ready for the season. And it took us a while. It took us a while to figure out this conference, and I just saw a ton of growth. And, it's a tough situation when you have to rely on freshmen. And then, outside of that, then we have, 2 sophomores who in Ave and Leilani. So a ton of youth and a ton of growth. And I'm proud of how we finished. I wish we could have some of the earlier games back. I think it'd be different outcomes in some of those situations, but this was our journey. This was how it was supposed to be. And we have a lot of things to build on and a lot of reasons to stay motivated in order to be better next year.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next question from Ben Parker.
Hi, Sherman. Ben Parker, GoldenBearReport.com. Could you just talk a little bit about the message to your team at halftime? Because you guys came out on, I think, a 9-0 run. What did you tell them to get on that run to start the second half?
Yeah, I told them to stop sleepwalking. I don't know, the 11 o'clock start, I don't know what it is, but we were kind of in a daze there, just not sharp. And we were still in, this was even in the first quarter when we kind of had a lead. It was kind of back and forth there for a little bit. I just didn't think that we were as present as to be. So I told them, hey, wake up, like the game started, let's go. We liked getting Ave on the ball. The ball screen action started hurting us in the second quarter. They started knocking down some of those soft jumpers, and we knew we couldn't switch because of our size at the point position. So we made a change and put Ave on the ball coming out of halftime. And I think that was a significant difference in how we were able to get a run going, because it limited what they could do offensively for a bit there.
Okay, any more questions for Charmin before we let her go? Looks like we got one from Cheryl.
You had some hard injuries over this season as well. Can you give us any updates on injured players and how they're looking going forward?
Yeah, it's my hope and expectation that Jazzy, Kylan, Sela, and Alma will all be ready to go next year. I hope so. It's kind of early on to see. We've got a couple months here to know how they're progressing in their recovery, but so far things are going well, and I look forward to having a healthy squad next year.